Well, now that we're started recording, that guy and his roommate were not getting along. They continue to not get along.
Oh, we have the explanation.
I got the closure for why I needed to fill that man's fish tank with flakes, and his roommate could not be trusted with this.
He could have poisoned the fish.
He could have starved the fish. He could have poisoned the fish. Could have kidnapped the fish. It was like, this is my fish now.
Yeah. Gonna make him swim with the fish's ass. Like, wait.
I don't think my friend could fit in that tiny of a tank. I'd be impressed. But after the vacuum cleaner dimension, I can believe anything.
Daddy's going to SeaWorld. You are listening to Ultra Q, episode 158. My name is Red. I am joined by Mel.
Fate Stay Night reference.
Fate Stay Night reference. That's true. Also joined by Brad.
I can't wait in the final batch for Takashi and Khan Digifer to hack into the ramp that Ippei is going to use for when he needs to jump the shark.
Yeah. Definitely. Good bits, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
We watched 3 more episodes of Gridman. I'm going to tell you right now, it's fucking hot in here.
Damn.
It is what it is. Brad, you were not here last week.
No, I joked about being here and other people being gone in the episode before I was gone, because I realized I had forgotten to reference the fact I would not be here the week after, because I had a child's birthday party to attend.
The children strike again?
The children do strike again.
How do you feel about last week's batch?
I like them. I like them a fair bit. Well, okay, that first one's kind of this, I mean, y'all talked about it. This show can be, like, skeevy towards, like, Yuka's actress in a way, like, really sucks. I don't like.
It has suddenly developed in this last stretch, and it's like, what? No, stop.
Yeah, it really sucks. That's just a child. Like, stop. It's gross. That said, the other two, fantastic. Just that vacuum cleaner episode, Ippei being chased.
That's what television's all about.
Yep, that felt like, I don't know what it felt like exactly, but it was so shoddy that it was beautiful. That JPEG just scrolled across the footage and Ippei was terrified, and it's just everything about it was incredible.
When he's shutting the door and the head of the vacuum cleaner's being poked through trying to get him.
Yeah, and then they just have the fucking mousetrap charger in the goddamn middle of the way. The vacuum's just like, oh, this is my charging spot.
How convenient.
We're in the Looney Tunes zone. It's incredible. And then I liked the last episode a lot. In particular, I think it's kind of neat to leverage the supernatural in a way that the rest of the show doesn't quite get to. Like, everything else in the show is grounded in, like, technology as ridiculous as it can get. And that was just like a vision of an alternate world from the heavens. And I think that actually makes it really striking in comparison to a lot of the other, unconventional events that occur in a Gridman episode in a way that I thought was really effective.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wow. Yeah. I think that's about. We're still in the wacky zone. I like being in the wacky zone. This show is not about technology anymore, really. But that's fine.
We will be leaving the wacky zone immediately. No, not the wacky zone. We'll be leaving the technology zone and entering the wacky zone immediately this week.
Yes.
We can just get straight into the episodes. The first episode we have here today, which is episode, I didn't take
34.
The number. 34. 34 is A Bodyguard.
Or as we like to call it, Fate Stay Night.
Well, I'm glad you've all joked enough about Fate Stay Night that it has slightly dampened my opening line of the summary. Fate Stay Night is happening to Takeshi this week. He's been getting bullied by some delinquents, and Khan Digifer summons the historical figure Benkei to protect him. Benkei is a classic guy. There's a Futariwa Precure episode where Honoka and Nagisa dress up as Benkei and Yoshitsune and reenact the bridge duel. Unfortunately, Takeshi can't handle getting followed around by a guy from 1,000 years ago, so he runs away, leaving Benkei to fend for himself in the 21st century. Benkei gets McDonald's and eats it at the park, where the kids all love him. The trio come across him, and Benkei identifies Ippei as Yoshitsune and asks why he's dressed like that, what he did to his hair, and did he get transported here by a blinding flash of light too? This confuses and alarms Ippei, and he runs away, insisting he's not Yoshitsune. Benkei gives chase. Meanwhile, Takeshi went back home, and Khan Digifer explained. He sent Takeshi's new kaiju, Abumaru, into the university's supercomputer, where they were researching Goku's instant transmission. And he used Abumaru to get a... Oh, he used this to give Abumaru a teleport and invent time travel. If this Benkei experiment is successful, he's going to summon dinosaurs. Takeshi, you must use Abumaru to mind control Benkei and to make him cause chaos. Benkei starts attacking Naoto and Yuka and other passers-by, and so the cops come to arrest him. Ippei returns and fails to convince Benkei to stand down, despite the whole Yoshitsune thing. Naoto gets the call from Gridman. This is the work of Khan Digifer. Somehow, at Junk, Yuka learns that Khan Digifer has attacked the university supercomputer and figures out that Benkei has been actually summoned from the past. And if this is allowed to continue, history could be rewritten. The whole world is in danger. Naoto merges with Gridman and gets owned by the teleporting kaiju. Ippei and Yuka send in Dyna Dragon, and Gridman transforms into King Gridman. He defeats the kaiju, and Benkei comes to his senses. Despite her previous appeals about rewriting history, Yuka heads out to find Benkei and warn him about his own future, but he has already been transported back to his own time. The day is saved, and Yuka admonishes the boys for not knowing anything about the Genpei War. The end.
I was waiting for this guy to die standing the whole episode. Because that's the only reason. That's the only reason I know of this guy. I'm going to be 100%
but the problem is,
with you.
He can't. If he does that in the present, he can't do that in the past.
True, exactly.
Yeah, he has to go back to the past to die standing. He's still standing. Elton John.
Yeah.
It's real funny to have this episode after we talked all about Kong Ming using Wikipedia last week.
We did do that.
I was just like, once again, somehow forgot this episode happened. 2, forgot that Ben K gets McDonald's and is just like
chilling.
Just like, he's got it handled.
Yeah, he's been transported to the future, and he's not really a fish out of water. He's like, yes, a place that sells food. I will buy money. Money can be used to buy goods and services.
I like how he is a man of the children. Like he enjoys that he has this crowd of like laughing kids around him, and he's just like, how you kids doing? Yeah, it's a great day out, isn't it?
To teach him how to ride a bike.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. He gets on a bike, he's like, what is with this fucking weird horse?
And he crashes.
Yeah. I'm the Ippei Yoshitsune thing feels like a plot point that was meant to be a bigger deal than it wound up being.
Yeah.
Ippei, I guess, is just remarkably looks a lot like Yoshitsune. That is what it is. If people don't know about Benkei, the Benkei stuff is kind of cool.
I didn't end up watching that. No, wait, that's the Tyra. I was gonna say Heike Monogatari, but that's a different war.
No, that is the Genpei War is the same war. I think.
Oh, okay. I thought so. I was confused. I was like,
he's a minor character in Heike Monogatari, I think, and then he gets a legend around him. So he's not a modern adaptation of Heike Monogatari might put more emphasis on Benkei, but if you actually read Heike Monogatari, you'll be like, why isn't Benkei doing cool shit? Why's the duel on the bridge?
You're like, oh, hey, Sima is here.
Yeah. Sima has arrived. This episode's alright.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what what Khan was like, Takeshi, you fool. Don't you realize I've invented time travel?
Yeah, I love, so the way that they present the information of this episode to us, I adore that they just start with Kandaji for being like, oh, let me just summon an ancient hero from the past to be your bodyguard. And then they explain after the fact, oh, it's because I hacked into the supercomputer at this local school. But like they first just kind of make it seem like Khan Digifer could have always have done this and he just never really like cared to until now.
Yeah.
Just very casual about it.
He had to do some reading to find out who was worth summoning first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just go on any banner for FGO.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You need to define the meta. I adore
the sad thing is I think Benkei in FGO is actually a really bad unit.
Damn.
All I say.
I adore the jungle gym chase where he goes into like the big net thing, and because he has like 7 fucking pole arms on his back, he can't fit through.
Yeah,
it's a good bit.
It is good.
He's like a 3-star server or something, or 1-star server. Oh, 2-star.
This guy does not have main character art. Just looking at the FGO Benkei.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Takeshi just faints when he finds out that it's the real Benkei.
You can play as Yoshimitsume in Melty Blood type Lumen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't know why they did that. That's like the one where I'm just like, I don't know why her.
I don't know.
Popular.
Yeah, it might be
popular
just
because
that.
literally every other fake character in that game, I'm like, well, I can get the logic. I can workshop this, but I don't. This one baffled me. Other than, I guess, popularity. But
Mm-hmm. Who made this episode?
This one was made by Hirochika Muraishi and written by Kazuhiko Goto.
Mel?
Gridman suit actors, normal Hiroki Okano, King Kanetoshi Endo, Abimaru, suit actor Toshi Miyake. The name comes from the word abduction. Suit is modified from Kung Fu Shinobular. And this was going to be the draft design.
I like this concept art. I like how the full thing looks a lot too, honestly. This is a really killer design. Honestly, the kaiju fight this episode is really good. The Benkei fighting the police is honestly pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yes. He's like cutting their batons in half.
Yes, and they have like riot shields out. It's great.
He's just walked on set from like the set of a Jidaigeki movie or some shit, and is just like it's like a stunt man who's just like I'm gonna fucking beat all these motherfuckers up.
It's awesome.
It's very cool. I like Yuka being the one who is like we have to save the world from rewriting history, but is like romantic enough about it that she's like, well, I have to try to save Benkei.
What if we improved history?
What if I could save Benkei from his fate? I don't know exactly. I don't know enough about Benkei to know what it is she was going to tell him. Presumably, there's some kind of betrayal that led to him on the bridge.
Yeah, so that's what I was confused about too, because the way I always
the second bridge.
The thing I always thought I knew about it was like the reason he dies is because like. Is it Yoshitsune's committing seppuku inside the castle, and he wants to make sure that's like not interrupted, so he's guarding the castle. And then like instead of they send enough people to the bridge that he kills that at some point they're like, let's just like shoot him with arrows, and that's like the cowardly thing that like leads to him dying standing up or whatever. But I don't know. I was wondering that too. I was like, was there like a traitorous thing as part of that story that I'm just not aware of? Because I've never heard it before, really. So
I'm not sure.
History is vast. There's a lot of stories out there.
It's also an interesting conclusion to come to about a character who originated from the Heike, where the Heike is kind of about the kind of people who are like shooting arrows is for cowards getting owned. By people who are actually practical.
And then they invent the shogunate.
And then they invent the shogunate. What else is there to say about this episode?
I am also just ridiculous.
It is. It's good.
This show is not serious anymore. I am still enjoying it thoroughly.
It used to be serious?
Less serious than it was.
Okay.
They gestured at serious topics and concerns every now and again.
Now bombs explode and vacuum cleaners attack people.
I do actually think you can kind of map this to the treatment of Takashi in some points, where I think that he is much more of a punching bag. And he always kind of was, but I think that there was some more, I guess, intentional efforts in previous episodes to make you feel a little bad for this kid just needs a good friend. And I think now he is full kids point and laugh at this fucking nerd. You know what I mean?
The number of times he gets hit by like a soccer ball or something and just like folds over.
Yeah. One of these episodes ends with him just in suffering pain. I think it's the next one, actually.
I don't remember what happens with Takeshi.
He gets beat up by the delinquents, episode. And I'm pretty sure it's this one. He gets beat up with delinquents, and the final shot is him with his glasses all
Oh, I see.
fumbled over his face.
Right. That makes sense. That does make sense. He scored one win last week in the vacuum episode.
That was pretty good. I did like that.
Yeah. And we got his Kingdom Hearts shit going on in that one other episode. But otherwise, yes, I do see what you're saying. This next episode is called Yuka Becomes Delinquent. Like it's an adjective.
Yeah, like it's a form.
Yeah. The trio are eating crepes, and Naoto gets some cream on his jeans, and then when Ippei tries to stop Yuka cleaning it up, he gets some in her hair. She visibly stops herself from getting mad, and she says, "It's okay, I'll just go home and wash my hair. You guys go on ahead to junk." Naoto and Ippei remark that she's so nice. Takeshi in the background is like, yeah, too nice. His envy is off the charts, and he's going to use kaiju brainwashing to make Yuka mean.
Also, pause.
Yeah.
He is like something else that I've noticed, and this one I feel like is egregious. There was a lot of effort, I think, in the early episodes of the show to be like, oh, he was passing along and happened to run into them.
Now
and
he's just following them around all the time.
He's just actively stalking them when they're eating food. Like, dude, get a life. What's happening?
Yeah. Takeshi creates the delinquent kaiju Goroma King, and sends it into Yuka's hairdryer. The hairdryer turns her into a delinquent, and when she arrives at the junk basement, the boys can't believe their eyes. She's wearing a ridiculous wig. They figure she's dressing different. They figure she must be angry about the crepe thing earlier, so they try to apologize. But she's not interested. She just wants to game. She's a gamer now. When she's bored of the games on junk, she heads off with two delinquent guys who take her to the arcade, and she drains their bank accounts.
Lot of good Aero City and Astro City cabs. I also think, because I was an eagle-eyed arcade nerd, I think we may have, if you look on the left, the first instance of Gundam showing up in Gridman. Or in a Subaraya show.
That is Gundam. That is 0083.
Yep.
That is show. What a fucking loser.
I fucking hate that show.
What a loser guy. Excellent.
Men of history, they're the guys who get no documents about them.
Yeah. Naoto and Ippei want to fix the Yuka problem, but there's other things going on. See, Yuka's mother found the hairdryer, and the sleeping delinquent kaiju inside it made it seem like it was faulty, so she went to dispose of it. But Daichi was there, and insisted he could fix it himself, so he'd take it off her hands. He brought it home, it worked fine, and then his mum found it and got hit by the delinquent kaiju's brainwashing beam, and when Daichi got back to his room, his mum was there, dressed in a ridiculous wig, fishnets, and a fucking metal boob plate with a whip, sitting on Daichi's bed and threatening to whip him because she's sick of doing all the housework and having to wrangle her kids into doing their homework on time. This is an insane moment in the episode.
This felt Nickelodeon show adjacent in a weird way.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it.
Naoto and Ippei figure the hairdryer must be the thing causing all these personality changes, and so they try to unplug it.
To be clear, they figure it out by seeing it like dancing.
Yeah, the kaiju's having a fucking great time. And they try to unplug it, but Naoto gets electrified and Daichi gets delinquentified. Naoto gets the call from Gridman. This is Kandijifa's work. He and Ippei head to junk and start the fight with the delinquent kaiju. Meanwhile, the two real delinquent guys are trying to take Yuka somewhere for unspecified nefarious purposes. But the cop stops them for dressing funny, and when he realizes the girl is Yuka, she knocks him down and tells him she can dress how she likes, at which point the real delinquents figure this girl is too scary and run away. Yuka arrives at Junk while Gridman is getting owned, and she's like, oh, cool looking game, I'm gonna play. She uses the assist weapons to fight Goroma King, and eventually triggers the Thunder Gridman transformation. Gridman defeats Goroma King, and Yuka wakes up and is alarmed by how she's dressed. Naoto's mum also wakes up, is briefly alarmed by how she's dressed, but then takes a look in the mirror and goes, not bad. Not bad at all. Later, Yuka buys Naoto and Ippei crepes as an apology for being so pushy and demanding. They mock her for being scary one too many times, and she pulls out the delinquent voice to yell at them and goes, oops, teehee, where did that come from? The end.
And then Takeshi gets beat up.
Yeah. That's the episode.
This episode.
Big Freud moment in the mum sitting on the kid's bed in the fucking dominatrix, like with the whip. The fucking you're gonna do your fucking homework.
I feel like there was a missed opportunity in not having the dad show up.
Yes.
Yes.
She also says no one's gonna call me mom anymore. It's Queen now.
Yes.
I do think it's a funny. I guess if you think about it, this is actually like the second time Con Digiver and Takeshi have made people into delinquents.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first time they did, the first time they did it was also insane. Going on the TV and announcing which two kids are doing the worst in school was so good.
I think Daichi getting hit with it and just being a little brat is such a good punchline too. It's like the third one.
Immediate bleached hair.
Yes.
Yes. So it's not a wig. It's just the hair changes color magically. It's good. Obviously, I'm immediately a fan of Naoto's mum waking up and being like, her face is so good as she's just looking down at what she's wearing, like, huh? Well, gets up, looks in the mirror, and is like, you know what? Yeah.
You pointed it out. There is a bit that started in this episode with Yuka the Delinquents, and I went, oh no. And then it finished, and I was like, okay, this went better. They handled this better than I expected the show to
ironically, it might be the most feminist episode of
Yes. It is crazy that they keep just casually dropping this idea.
It is.
Into the show. Just these two guys just like nothing specified. It's just like, oh, we're just taking you somewhere. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, that's like that's a bit much, bro.
But the implication.
Yeah, the implication. Because of the implication, I'm like, this is a crazy thing to just drop in the episode. I don't necessarily think you needed to make a direct reference to that. But then, you get the cop thing. In reference to what you just said, Matt, the thing in this episode where it is doing so earlier in the show we had the love triangle episode where Yuka was out shooting people.
Yeah. And
this was the episode's like expression of her frustrations with Naoto and Ippei. This episode is once again tapping into this, but now we have the sort of like a more like direct look at like how this how she reacts to the behavior, how she processes it, and how like how there's like there's an approved behavior for her, an approved response for her to take, and not responding in like with like anger would be like is like associated with being a delinquent, with being a violent thug.
Yeah.
Yeah. The good girl bad girl binary is super real, and also part of being a bad girl is liking boy things. Is a part of this.
Yeah, definitely.
I do think the episode, like, comes around in a way, like, both with the mom's reaction and also kind of like Yuka's, like, oh, well, like, she still has this, like, side of her at all times.
Yeah.
She's just, like, for her friends, you know, suppressing it or whatever. Like, I think the episode does land on, like, it is not bad that this exists, in a way that I was kind of expecting it to admonish more and was happy it didn't.
Yes. When they're being... I'll go for it.
Also, I think it's fun that, like, she technically, even though you could argue it is her being, like, the damsel of the day by being, like, hit by the kaiju beam, she is the one who technically saves the day by being the gamer.
Yes, that part also is great.
Gaming saves the day once again. Always knew it would. Yeah, I think the conclusion in this episode where there is... obviously, I don't think that this is going to be reflected in future episodes, because that's not the type of show Gridman is. Well, it used to be that type of show. It's not that type of show anymore. It's interesting.
Oh no, it happened again!
It happened. Not again. Bunmei voice. The thing where at the end of the episode she pulls out the voice when they're being shitty to her, and she's like very much like, oh where did that come from? Oh, who knows? What a weird thing for me to say. And you know, she's kind of is more aware of this side of her and can like tap into it. I think that's a good ending for the show. It's like that nice little incrementalism that in the early to mid stages of Gridman would have fed into the next episode and the episode after that, etc. But Grid, I hadn't considered this actually, but yes, Gridman has kind of left that behind.
Yeah, it somehow, despite the show technically not changing, it did.
Yeah, I mean, next episode, Gridman's gonna paint a tunnel on a wall and be like, hey, Con Digifer, follow me. And he's gonna run to the wall. That's where we're at.
That movie's coming out soon.
There, we have to go watch it now.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that's the thing.
Yeah, the Wile E. Coyote movie. Out, like, this month or some shit.
I feel like that movie's been coming out for half my life.
Well, no, it wasn't, because it was going to be a tax write-off.
Yeah.
You know what movie is coming out and I'm very excited for? Primetime.
Yes!
I didn't know that movie was happening until this past week, and I was like, damn, he's on a roll.
They sold me on that first teaser, and I was like, I hope this movie is what I'm envisioning it is. And then the second trailer came out and went, yep, okay, this is exactly what I thought it would be, or exactly what I was hoping it would be. And my favorite thing in the world, which let me quickly find and post from another server, is I think this movie is going to have a problem, and it's going to be because of people like this.
Yeah.
This is
dear a non-guy. It's because he was.
Yes.
That's because that's who he is.
I mean, he still is
Why
alive.
does this trailer make Chris Hansen look like some Nightcrawler-esque person, Lamau? Newsflash.
Yes, there is a lot of people who are going to be going into this movie being like, oh yeah, he's the guy who stopped all those pedos, and are not going to be there for the much more detailed, interesting look. Also, he kills that voice.
It's interesting, his career trajectory.
Yes.
I watched a video this morning ranking Robert Pattinson voices.
What was number one?
No, you don't want to ask me that. I'm mad.
Oh, okay.
It's the fucking bird. It's
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
I was not happy.
Now, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say, I think it's hold on. Yeah, again, this one is another funny one. Just thinking of like Chris Madison's career.
August. Telling people in 2010 that one of my most anticipated new releases is the Chris Hansen biopic starring the Twilight guy. Yes. Yes, absolutely.
I bet you weren't expecting such a hungry guy.
Hungry. Pizza for me. Give me a slice now. I'll let this whole thing go.
It's funny how
a slice and pizza.
This trailer dropping like the week after everyone started making memes of his role in the Odyssey as well is pretty funny too.
It's like the only bit of the Odyssey I've seen it's him saying some shit in like a fun voice.
Soon to be Cytale.
Mm.
Oh right!
I can't wait to see what the fuck he does with that role. Honestly, only part of that movie I think I'm excited for. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the Paul stuff, considering how the last movie ended. I think they blew. I think I will too. I think they blew their load on some of the Messiah stuff too early. So we'll see how they handle it.
This episode of Gridman, who made it?
This one was same director as the last one, Hirochika Muraishi, and then written by Isao Shizuya, who also did the vacuum cleaner episode.
Excellent. Hair dryers and vacuum cleaners. Mal.
Gridman suit actors: normal Hiroki Kano, Thunder Gridman Kinotoshi Endo. Goro Macking suit actor Atsuya Nishimura, and suit modified from Blizzalar.
Cool.
Fun guy.
I like this kaiju.
Okay, very important information. The writer who did, as I said, the vacuum cleaner and the delinquent episode, same writer who did the gardening center episode with the flowers.
Okay.
And also the microwave explosion episode. Which I do feel like all of these make sense. As he said.
There's just such a fixation on incredibly normal devices.
Just calling this guy, just being like, hey, we need a script. And it's like, oh, fuck. And he just starts looking around his apartment. The fucking hairdryer makes him a delinquent. I don't know.
A potted plant that's like emits evil spore. Like it's like a technological plant. It's a cyber plant.
I don't
it's
know.
mainly an Ippei romance episode.
My microwave explodes? There's a timer?
Yeah, it's good shit. What else is going on in this episode? If there is anything else,
fantastic costuming.
Yes,
yeah. I do think they didn't need to show Yuka right out of the shower though.
They did do it again. There was a shot when she fell over that started at her feet and went up her body, and I was like, okay, guys, let's all relax for a second. What is going on over there?
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson voice. You know how this looks, right?
You know how this looks, right? Yeah.
Just realized I said earlier in the podcast, Chris Pattinson. What the fuck was I doing?
You know, they merged like in Battle Network.
Dwayne the Jock Ronson.
I just like I laughed quite a bit at that.
I'm glad everyone's laughing at my expense.
Well, yeah. Everyone's appreciating your bits, you know?
That's true.
Yeah. It was a very good bit. It landed. This next episode is called A Baby Given a Birth. I'm like, alright, guys.
Tonight, on a very special episode of Gridman.
Yeah. Fucking hillbilly elegy type shit. Maps. No, not for navigating. For shopping, silly. MAP's shopping center is a commercial utopia with every system controlled by a central computer. The computer is protected by the best cybersecurity in the world. Takeshi watches this ad and scoffs. No problem for a hacker like him. But what's this? He can't crack it. He's gonna have to send in a kaiju to hack this computer. Meanwhile, the trio, plus Yuka's pregnant cousin, Akiho, all go to visit Matt's shopping center. The boys annoy Yuka by running off to whatever takes their fancy. They do this for a while, and then eventually they stop and grab something to eat, and Akiho says she doesn't mind if she has a boy or a girl, so long as it's healthy. Ippei says it'll be a boy, and Naoto says no, it'll be a girl. They bet on it. Loser buys the winner a pizza. Naoto and Ippei are going to go look at CDs, while Yuka and Akiho head to look at the baby clothes. They all arrange to meet up again at 2 p.m., but when Yuka and Akiho are on their way to another floor, their elevator comes to a stop. Akiho tries to pull the call for help. Pull the call for help button? Push the call for help button. Gets shocked and goes into labor immediately. The boys are waiting around thinking the girls are late, and they're like, ugh, women. And then they spot security guards acting funny. They follow them and find out the elevator's stuck and the central computer isn't working right. That must be Yuka and Akiho in there. They try to make it to the computer control room, but their path keeps getting blocked by shutters. This must be the work of Khan Digifer. They head to Junk. Naoto transforms into Gridman and enters the computer world, only to get his ass kicked by Devil Phaser. Ippei's like, what are you doing, Gridman? Don't you know there are 2, no, 3 lives that need saving in that elevator? Ippei deploys God Zenon, and with the power of teamwork, Gridman and God Zenon are able to destroy Devil Phaser. When the boys get back to the shopping center, Akiho is giving birth in the back of an ambulance while Yuka waits outside. The doctor announces Akiho is going to be okay, and she's given birth to a healthy baby boy. Yuka hugs Naoto, saying thank goodness. Naoto's a little shocked, and Ippei gives him a smile. Yuka goes to accompany Akiho to the hospital, and Ippei, as Naoto is about to ride off in his bike, Ippei says, Ippei's asking for the pizza. He's doing the pizza for me. He's like, I'll let this whole thing go for a slice of that pizza. Naoto says, no, I was joking actually. See ya. And rides off. The end.
I bet you weren't expecting such a hungry Ippei.
Yeah. How about I take a slice?
I never ended up getting that slice.
The police arrived. And the would-be predator was killed. There we go. That's the episode.
Yeah. I feel like
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, this feels like the most early Gridman episode we've had in a while.
Absolutely.
Yes. Like, it's just... Takeshi's motivations are basically like, oh, that's a challenge. And also just like, the crisis is like mundane / quote-unquote realistic.
Yes.
Because it's just like, oh yeah, they got stuck in an elevator because they hacked the computer at the supermarket, and not, we've summoned Benkei.
Yeah.
I like the idea, too, of, there's a new, like, mall, and it's all, like, computerized as, like, kind of like its gimmick.
Yeah.
Almost, in a way. Like, that's kind of fun. And
it's, like, more like an actual sci-fi story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's the classic sci-fi plot of we've invented the utopian future controlled by a supercomputer, and then the computer goes wrong. Yeah, it's it's that classic Gridman vibe. There is Where was I going? What was I about to say? It's gone.
Brad, what are you going to say before I...
Oh, it was just I liked the mall component of this.
Yeah.
One thing there is a bit right at the beginning about Naoto being tired all the time and his family getting upset with him that feels completely dropped. But I guess is just to show, like, oh, you know, being Gridman's tough work, which I'm curious if they'll pick up on
every week.
Every week.
He's sleepy. He's EP.
No, that's
his friend.
Who among us? Shut the fuck up.
I think the fact that we both said it at the same time.
God damn. For you.
Akiho feels so nothing.
Yeah.
Like is not a character.
She
really.
is a cardboard cutout of a pregnant woman.
Yes.
She's like the platonic ideal of maternity.
Yes.
Yeah, like Yuka basically
by the 2000s, the line we don't mind whether it's a boy or a girl just so long as it's healthy, that had become a joke, that line.
Yes. Yuka basically introduces her by going like, "Oh, I want you to be my cousin. She's pregnant," as if like that's like the number one thing.
Yeah, that's her character trait.
Like to her friends and the audience, like this is the thing. That
is theoretically why she wants to go shopping. She wants to go baby clothes shopping at the fancy new mall.
Yeah.
The somehow they managed to do a women be shopping episode in a show where the boys are also shopping, because this is
the boys are way more eager to do shopping.
Yes.
But you know, the boys, they're into like
CDs.
You know, CDs and games, and you know, the women, they're doing like the important shopping for baby stuff.
Yeah.
This reminds me. Last episode, the revival of the bit occurred, and I do my favorite part about this bit. Eagle-eared listeners may remember.
Eagle-eared listeners, yeah.
That this first started when I was gone for my second Frosty Faustines. And the theory was, does Brad not show up every time we talk about Precure?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh no, it's just the same event every year around the same time it ends. And then it started with, what a great ally who doesn't show up so everyone else can talk about Precure. And within like a week, that became Brad fucking can't stand when feminine things are discussed.
Yeah.
Just immediately.
I forgot that was how it worked.
No, I always think about that because it just immediately 180'd into, oh, Brad doesn't want to get fucking
You've been online. The ardent ally to misogynist pipeline is very real.
Yeah, it is. True.
Where were we? What was good? Oh, yes, the women in this episode. So yes, Yuka, the episode is also, there's nothing directly said, but the sort of like the implication is like, this is Yuka's like first encounter with like what it means to be a woman, right? Like the grand role is the idea behind this.
Or at the very least, even if not that, it is, oh, well, she is fixated on and is deeply invested in the nurturing and caretaking of this baby due to the fact that she is a woman. Like that.
Yes.
At the very least, it's definitely doing that.
And the men will do the protecting and the saving.
At the CD store.
It is really funny that the format of the show means that they have to, like, run to, like, the security camera place to be like, okay, we've confirmed that Yuka's the elevator. Now time to bike home.
Yes. I like how none of the operation security people are like, what are these two kids doing barging in here? And two, they all are looking at what are obviously just like big television sets that are just flashing warning. Like, they're not monitors, it's just TVs that say warning on them.
The operator is not commenting on why these random kids are here, is why this is a successor to Ultra Q.
Yeah.
The the other part of that is the consistent thing that happens throughout Gridman is someone's in trouble. Oh no! And then the heroes go bike to someone else's house. And everyone else is left to go, where are they going?
I do still like the one. There's one episode where the bike gets stolen, and it's like an actual. Or no, it's because his arm is broken, so he can't ride the bike. His arm's broken.
Yeah, so he has to walk there.
It's fun.
It is good.
They should do stuff like that more, because, like, you know.
Well, unfortunately, we only have 3 more episodes.
Yeah.
Will we have a 2-parter?
I think so.
Maybe? I could go. I could see it either way.
How will Takeshi...
Are we gonna make it a bet for a pizza's left?
I don't know. So, like, here's the thing, is that, like, I feel like I had a more clear idea of how, like, he could be saved and make it, like, a compelling, dramatic beat in the earlier half of this show.
Before they started playing him, like, more of a cartoon.
And now I'm, like, wondering, like, they might just beat Khan Digifer and then ride off to the sunset, and Takashi is gonna, like, be pouty and be like, oh... But, you know, hopefully it's more than that.
I have to assume from Takeshi meets his good self that he dreamed of becoming.
Yes.
I have to assume that he will make some decision to be a better person.
Yeah,
I hope so.
I feel like you don't make the episode unless you have a plan for that. It's just that also it feels weird when they also decide to double down on him being a cartoon villain.
Yeah, and him like taking video of Yuka changing clothes.
Yeah,
and,
like
while the actual camera of the show is also doing that.
While the actual camera of the show is also doing that, yes.
The difficult thing for me as well, and without saying too much for the audience that haven't watched and would be interested in, I cannot help but think about this character arc with a extremely similar one from the antagonist of the Gridman anime. And thinking, well, obviously that is probably riffing off of what they did in this show. So I can only imagine there is something to that extent. But, like, I will be honest with you, if I didn't have knowledge of that show in my head, I think I would be a little more... I don't know how to phrase this, but I think I'd have more doubt about them doing that. Just because it's felt like it's so little of Takashi's recent character arc outside of that one episode of, oh, there's an alternative, better him that could have existed. But it also, in that episode, it almost doesn't feel like he's struggling with it as much as, like, he's, like, it almost feels more like it's rubbing it in his face than it does a point of reflection. In that, at the very least, in that episode for me. I
don't know if I agree, just because, like, I think the, like, I think it's, like, deliberately sad. The ending where, like, he sees his child self and, like,
yes,
I think there are I think there's also, like, a certain level of, like, I don't know about appealing to, like, the kids watching the show, but maybe, like, the parents watching the show with the kids as well. The idea of, like, I bet you wish there were things that you hadn't said and done.
Yes.
You can't be a small innocent child ever again. You just have to try to be good.
Yeah, I guess because, like, I do agree with you on the ending. I think my thing with it is that it feels like it's kind of relegated to the ending, and I think what I think the reality of it is going to be for me is I feel like maybe it's going to feel like it's all backloaded in the final episode, and I'm just gonna...
Yeah.
I think they'll do it, but I don't know how it'll land and feel... I don't want to say deserved, because that feels wrong, but I don't know if it's going to quite have the impact it could have had if he was a more consistent character throughout the show. I guess is how I'll put it.
I can see that.
Yeah, it'll give us something to talk about next week, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It will. It will. Is there anything else to say about this third episode?
Did we say who made it?
No, I don't think so.
Who made it?
This episode was written by Yoshiki Kitamura and then written by Yoshichika Shindo.
Suit actors Gridman, Kotoshi Endo, Godzenon, Hiroki Okano. Double Phaser, suit actor Toshio Miyake, modified from Chitagara. Originally it was going to be called Double Phaser, was going to have, like, 2 heads, I think. But I also saw a source that said, like, there may have been, like, a plan to have 2 kaiju at once. And a double team thing. But, regardless, that's all we got, so.
What else is there to talk about in this episode? There might be nothing.
I thought this one was kind of a clunker.
It is, like, paradoxically, by being the most normal episode, is least interesting.
It does not have the early Gridman source, even if it's going for the early Gridman style.
Yeah.
It's basically like Timmy's stuck in the well.
Like, this kind of feels like this almost feels like the kind of episode that, like, the TBS guys were like, please make it more like Shin-Chan so it's not this.
I see.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, it's just it's not hidden the way some of these other ones are.
But then I saw the preview for episode 37. I'm like, all right, let's go.
I did not see the preview for episode 37.
Shut.
Do you want the title?
Okay, yeah, sure, go.
What? Is Daddy executed?
Gridman's got it. Gridman never lost it. Gridman. Oh, what a great TV show. I'm so glad
it's so
all
easy
these
to
family members have been relevant.
It's so easy to write television.
Well,
yeah.
that's why the father didn't show up in the Delinquent episode. They're gonna find out he was executed.
He was executed. He's been dead.
Ignore the fact he shows up in the episode between the Delinquent one and that one.
Yeah.
That was his ghost.
And as we've seen, this show is no problem resurrecting the dead.
No. Yeah. Wow. Do we have any color timers for these episodes?
We do. Episode 34, 5 minutes, 58 seconds. Dyna Dragon, 1 minute, 41 seconds. Episode 35, 5 minutes, 38 seconds. God Zenon, 1 minute, 15 seconds. Episode 36, 4 minutes, 49 seconds. God Zenon, 2 minutes, 59 seconds.
Sick. Okay. I think that's going to be Gridman for the week. In which case, we will take a short break and we will be back to talk about anything else. Am I good to go? I'm going to grab another drink.
I will also do that.
I've been abandoned.
Welcome back. We're here to talk about anything else. I was about to go into the My Name is Red by accident. Who wants to go?
I have one thing.
I also have one thing.
I also have one thing.
Wow.
I bet your things are better than my thing.
Oh,
Probably.
you should start.
I know it. Yeah.
So, here's the thing about audiobooks and commuting. Is I can't actually concentrate on like a good book enough for me to read an audiobook that way. I can't when I tried rereading. I told the story on the podcast before. Noticing the key word
in this statement, the good book.
Yeah, good book. Long-time listeners might remember that I told this story on the podcast. Was when I went to reread the first Dune novel. I started with an audiobook and got like 10 chapters in, went, no, this is too good. I have to just read this with my eyes. And reread it. So like I have relegated audiobook listening to like my Wheel of Times and my Brandon Sandersons. Writers where I don't necessarily value their writing, but I want to get a taste of what they're doing. Or maybe I want to say a morbid curiosity, and I want to know what it is people see in a work of fiction. I want to hate something accurately, without secondhand hatred, without getting my opinions from someone else. So maybe I read the audiobook for the first Dungeon Crawler Carl novel. That shit is shit. It's awful. I knew it was going to be bad and it was going to be cringe. I didn't know how much it was going to just be misogyny the whole time. Like casual, just okay. So the premise of the novel: Carl has broken up with his girlfriend, who has cheated on him. His girlfriend has a cat. She hasn't come pick up the cat yet. He's still got the cat.
Doesn't the cat have like an extremely Reddit name? Isn't it like Princess Donut or something?
The cat's name is Princess Donuts. The entire book is Reddit. We were saying, Mel?
I was going to say, yeah, it is a Reddit name.
Yeah.
And now you've read it.
I have read it.
That just sounds like person being like, aha, here's my wacky, crazy, subversive, but actually it's a really deep story.
That is what Dungeon Crawler Carl is.
Yeah,
it's the wacky subversive, but actually it's like a horror cyberpunk like story about this evil corporation. Him and the cat. There's the end of the world happens. They do the fucking Douglas Adams. Earth has not paid the fee for whatever. There was a the fucking there was a notice. You could have protested. You could have done this, that, and then the Vogon destructive fleets do the thing.
It feels. People take inspiration from law sources, but I feel like it doesn't do your book any favors to just do that verbatim.
Yeah. It then does it's like it makes a game show out of it. It's the dungeon crawl. So there are 18 floors. I want to be clear. It's the Sword Art Online floors.
Okay.
And there are 18 floors, and Carl and the cat eats a biscuit and becomes sentient and can speak, and talks like Kaiser Neko, doing a deliberately doing a woman voice. I so things we know, things I have learned about things I know about, you learn about Carl. He's a white guy who likes playing video games, and he's 6'3", and he was in the Coast Guard. Things we learn about Carl's ex-girlfriend, in like bits and pieces. I want to stress at the beginning of the book, the things we know about Carl's girlfriend is she owns a cat called Princess Donut who wins awards. She takes to competitions, and the cat likes B, likes his girlfriend. The second thing we learn about her is that she cheated. The like 3rd through 10th things we learn about her are that she cheated with multiple guys. She also cheated with a woman, so she's a bisexual slut. She loves Gossip Girl. And she didn't love the cat, actually. She was going to replace Donut with a younger cat because she just wanted to keep winning competitions. So, like, no redeeming qualities whatsoever.
This is like... fucking
this is like
isekai.
Matt Dinneman was dumped by a woman, and
does this feel like a breakup album in bookstore?
It's really bad.
This is like every isekai. Oh, the person who betrayed me, and I'll get my revenge on them.
Well, no, he just thinks she's dead. He just thinks she's probably dead somewhere.
Yeah, but I just mean like the two-dimensional...
Yeah, the vibe.
Yeah, the vibe is the same.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then I would say the video game stuff is a nightmare of boring bullshit. He spends a chapter opening loot boxes. He will continue to open... He opens a lot of loot boxes. He has a guy who's a tutorial who explains the game to him, and he just keeps explaining the game to him. He meets these 2 player killers, like, immediately. They're the first 2 people he meets. And the explanation is presented, and this is, like, one thing where I'm like, this is... Okay, so we're bringing, like, real-world ideas into the dungeon, right? Is, like, Carl encounters a dead body, a dead crawler, who is an Asian woman, who has been looted. Then meets the person who has killed her, who remarks that he works in like customs enforcement, and he's like, oh, so he's an ICE agent. So this was written in like 2020, and so like the book's initial position is these guys are player killers. Why are they player killers? Because they're ICE agents, and that's what ICE agents would do. Because this was serialized as a web novel, the writer can change his mind. So Matt Dinneman changes his mind at some point to complicate the ICE agents and say, well, actually, they had received a tutorial that told them that they had to kill other players to survive. And so the ICE agents are actually victims of the system turning us against each other, and not people who get off on having the power to be violent to people.
It's crazy to do
someone
this.
Who is maybe a minority.
It's crazy to make that change with what the ICE agents have been doing the past year.
So this change was probably in like 20... I mean, this change was probably pre-2020, because this got published as a novel in 2020.
I see.
But, you know, I'm still judging him for it.
Yes.
But the thing to remark that I then looked up, I was like, oh, I just want to check, was this a serialized web novel? Not only was it a serialized web novel, he has a Patreon, and he gets feedback, and he petitions. He's he's actively getting feedback from the community about what he should be writing.
Oh.
And so I'm like, did you arrive at this decision on your own? Were you pressured into it by your audience? I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. These ICE agents are still out there. Now that they've been complicated and humanized. I think they were plenty humanized already. It's just some humans are awful. I'm there are like very few characters. Everyone is like a vague sketch of a guy, and I don't. There's like a really vile. There's a bunch of stuff in this book that when you look it up online and see if people are mad about it, what you find is you find fans patting themselves on the back for noticing that it's actually satire and is because the bad guys did it. And it's the bad guys that made
this
Carl
really does
look,
just sound like English Neuro.
Yeah, it was shocking to me. I was like, oh, this is 100% Naruto. This is truly
up to
one to one,
including the part where it was published as a web novel.
It's simply the material conditions of gamer writes web novel simply creates Naruto. This must be studied.
It also sounds a bit like a mean spirit. What I would write it if I did like a mean spirited parody of the Adventure Zone, but like mixed in with Naruto.
Yeah. I'm so like there's just like a bunch of boss descriptions. Like Carl fights a kraken, but it's a screaming stupid kraken that when it's dead and you can examine its corpse, and it's like the individual tentacles are individual people. You can see that it's wearing like mascara that is now running, and it's called a Krakaran. And I'm like, this is a joke. This is obviously a joke for the audience's benefit, and just palming this off as like, oh, the bad guys did it, and the bad guys are creating stereotypes of Earth. And I'm like, I don't think you have done the legwork here to do that. As like I think you're engaging with the problem. I think when Matt Dinnerman is writing about the horrifically fat woman speaking Spanish, wearing stretched like sweatpants that say pink on them, I'm like, I think you're the problem.
That is
Mr.
like
Dinnerman.
too detailed to be. Jesus Christ! What the fuck?
It's like describing like the clothes of the boss getting ripped, and then describing her pendulous breasts. I'm like, you can't be going around online being like, oh, media literacy is dead because people don't like this, boss. It's awful. It's awful. And I've started the second one. I have to know. People online, multiple different people. I don't know who said this first. I have to maybe investigate and find out. But multiple people online have described Dungeon Crawler Carl not in the same conversation, in separate conversations, have described Dungeon Crawler Online as agitprop. And I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? I have to know.
I guess to your credit, you're going full on no investigation, right? Just
now.
Yeah.
Can I ask what feels like the most obvious slam dunk from this? Is each book a floor? Is that what's going on here? Okay.
No, so this first book is the first two floors.
Okay.
It is separated into two parts. But it's two floors. I imagine later floors will be just one book because they'll be more complicated and there'll be more time. There's like a whole political intrigue background going on where like these games have been triggered early because the people that run them were about to have a debt that like there's a fleet on their border that's waiting to collect their debt. And so they want the games to run quickly, make a lot of money, and end quickly so they can pay off their debts. I don't like this book. I think it's very bad. And I can't wait for the Ready Player One turnaround on Dungeon Crawler Carl.
I feel like I'm seeing more and more of it already.
Yes.
I think it penetrated into a broader fantasy circle that I think is not... that I would consider myself a part of, which is I don't
people
need
with
the
taste?
abstract. Well, that, but also more specific. I don't need the abstractions that RPG make for mechanics a part of the narrative.
Yeah, like that's a what's the genre called that's like really popular in
This,
like
lit
this
RPG.
is lit RPG.
yeah, lit RPG. Like that just sounds I don't know.
Which
The
itself is kind of a product of progression fantasy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which the thing that kills me about this entire genre too, from the very small exposure I have to it, is that in a lot of cases and this is a nerdy ass complaint, but I don't actually think a lot of these stories are invested in the actual experience of play you get out of these sorts of systemized mechanics. It is make reader feel good when the number go up like
Yeah.
it does on the screen.
I will say there are 2 moments so far in my reading of Dungeon Crawler Carl where I have thought to myself, this is the kind of thing, just from reputation alone and from like my reading of like the manual of the Final Fantasy Legend, I'm like, this is like a Kawazu mechanic. This is like a ridiculous, like deliberately obtuse, like chance mechanic. Anyway, but I would say there are a lot of things in there that sort of don't, that, for instance, it's a dungeon crawler game theoretically, but it is, you do one floor, you go down to the next floor. You do that floor, you go down to the next floor. You can't return to previous floors, so you can't do like classic dungeon crawl things where like there's a difficult part of like the first floor that you can't get access to until you get down to a lower floor and take a staircase up. So there's none of that kind of thing. There's no actual there's no mapping of floors. There is just a mini map, and there is no. I would say item use is like, they're not like struggling to get between safe zones. I would say I think this is.
Is it more of a JRPG, Jeremy?
This
maybe?
guy plays Call of Duty.
Okay.
I'm going to be real. I don't know how many RPGs this guy is playing, but some. He likes D&D apparently.
Many such cases.
He also likes Borderlands. I can tell. Yeah. There's just loads of jokes in this where I'm like getting mad because I'm like. Somewhere, someone is like, oh, that's not really an offensive joke. That's a joke about the bad guys. That's not actually Matt Dinneman making a joke about a West Virginian cheerleader making it to 18 and still being a virgin. That's
What?
not actually him making that joke.
Jesus Christ.
That's the bad guys making the joke. And I'm like, but he likes Borderlands. So he is making that. Let's be real. Let's be really honest with ourselves. He wrote that joke because he finds it funny. Anyway, that's Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's not good. I'll be reading the rest because I've got time. It's on my commute and just walking around. Who's up?
I'll go.
Go for it.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
I mentioned the show last week and now I finished it. Anyway, I finished Armor Hunter Mellowlink.
Oh yeah, Mellowlink.
Yeah.
How do you feel
That's
about
How'd that
Mellowlink?
go?
It's cool. It's about a guy whose unit gets killed because those corrupt superiors, and he decides to get revenge on all of them with
Yeah.
a big gun instead of like getting the robot. And it's cool. At first I was like, oh man, is this Diet Chirico? But he has his own stuff going on. Especially because his narrative concerns are different than Kiriko's.
Yes.
He's definitely like a lower level cosmically guy, so
Yeah, it's sort of interesting that in another normal franchise, you'd have fans of it going like, "Ooh, what would happen if like Mellowlink faced off with Kiriko in his Scope Dog?" And no one does that with with Bottoms because they're like, "Well, obviously Kiriko would. That's how the story works." I don't think you've watched the show.
Yeah, I think at first I was like, it took me a bit until I realized, oh yeah, this is gonna be like a guy of the week, and he does a cool fight, and he does like the thing where he puts the blood on his face, or gives him the dog tag in increasingly like aura farming ways.
Yeah.
And then the last quarter is the thing that every show likes to do, is like, oh, the plot is here. I think it's less as engaging when it becomes a plot focused show, but they still managed to make it like, oh, there's a new guy, he's fighting and killing everybody.
Yeah.
And then it has a really cool set piece in the final episode.
Yeah.
Because this show is happening while Bottomus is happening. So,
yeah.
And, the show also just has a lot of really cool custom scope dogs. So.
That's true. Favorite fight?
The one with the big castle is pretty good.
Oh yeah. Oh, with his guy who's kind of like like an honorable rival, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one in the final episode is pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't know, like, why is this character speaking like the Joker ideologically?
When you're the bad guy, you have to start talking like that suddenly.
And then I don't know. There's a couple of good moments, like when he's in the big like spaceship doing the craft spaceship, and then like he like sets a trap down the shaft, but he knows the guy is gonna spot the trap, so he also uses this trap to give him the dog tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. But I don't know why, for some reason I kept hearing the show was like considered a mid in our circles. And I don't know why.
I would say this is an overcorrection. People are free to not like what they don't like, but I even like listened to the pods about it, and those are they liked it in the watching.
It might just be a case of like, yeah, it's just cool, but also like the bottom stuff after is just cooler. But
the bottom stuff after is just cooler, is the thing.
Yeah. And so maybe it's maybe it's just like, oh yeah, like in hindsight, the show about like this cool guy just kills a bunch of guys in revenge, and then eventually he's like, I'm done with this cycle of balance stuff. Maybe it looks less cool after the fact, but that's fine.
Yeah, the run from Shining Heresy, the run of Shining Heresy, Paleson Files, Phantom Arc, and Alone Again is crazy. Oh man, he was just doing it, and they're all so different, man. Oh.
I do kind of like that. Like the conclusion of the show isn't like, oh, revenge, it's bad, you shouldn't have done it, because so it's okay. He's like, well, this guy's kind of had it coming, but he's kind of like, well, if you don't tap out at some point, you'll just keep doing this forever, or making other people come after you. So it's like, well, you gotta know when to call it quits, basically. So it was fun.
Nice.
I know a shocking amount of people that have watched Mellowlink and barely know that Bottoms exists, which I find fascinating.
That's crazy.
I mean, the thing about Bottoms is that first show is slow and mostly, like, alright rather than fantastic.
I'll get through it eventually.
Yeah. One day you'll know. You'll understand.
After my pit stop through Gasaraki.
Oh, yeah. An anime about the price of rice, apparently. That's all.
Yeah.
That's the one thing anyone has ever said to me about
Let
it.
me tell you, that might be the worst first episode of anything. It's I would call it aggressively dull.
Oh no!
It's really boring.
How's
Like,
the
not
opening, though?
offensively. Oh, that opening's sick.
Yeah.
I did laugh though because there is a DVD extras thing in the DVD copy I got where it's like the art director being like, "Yeah, one of the Sunrise execs came up to us and went, oh, why do we only have 2 robot designs from the team?" And he went, "Because there's only going to be 2 mechs in the show." And the Sunrise exec was like, "Ugh, what about the second half?" And he's like, "No, just 2 all the way through." And the Sunrise guy apparently like left in like a panic.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Very funny.
Good job, Takahashi.
There's like when Aki Jisoji was like, "Yeah, I want to make a kaiju movie," and the kaiju's in the movie for 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's Mellowlink.
Yeah.
Armor
And
Hunter.
that OP and ED for Mellowlink are very good.
Yeah.
They come up a lot on AMQ, and I'm always like,
Vanity.
I think I know this one, and then like I remember where it's from in like the last 2 seconds. I'm always panic typing in the Mellowlink name.
My friends know of Adams because they know it as the show with the guy with the big dumpy, because
Yeah,
their only exposure is AMQ.
yeah. This is like the moment someone starts watching Bottom, start a timer and measure the time until they post about Kiriko's huge ass. Brad, what you been up to?
I've been getting sunburnt. I've honestly been enjoying summer quite a bit with friends and family this past 2 weeks since I was last on a microphone, and been having a great time. I maybe should have put on a little more sunscreen. I am peeling really bad at this moment. It's not comfortable. I had a moment where I had a fun day with friends at a pool and just had a great time. And then later that day, I needed I think I needed cucumbers or something. And I went to the store, and then I got my stuff from the grocery store. And then as I drove out of the parking lot, I was like, "Oh, there's something up with this shirt. Like this one feels kind of scratchy. Maybe I should get rid of this shirt." And then it dawned on me, and I went, "Oh no, I'm gonna feel really bad tomorrow." I did not put on enough sunscreen, and sure enough, it was miserable. But I've been having a good time doing that. But what gaming I have been doing, I continue to go through Final Fantasy XII. I'm in the middle point of that game where it really opens up, and I'm doing a lot of hunting of elite marks and monsters that you need to take care of for side quests and stuff. But what I've been doing more so is I've been playing Granblue Fantasy Relink, the pseudo Phantasy Star Online Monster Hunter clone action RPG that Cygames made. That took forever to come out because they had Platinum working with them on it, and Platinum kind of in shambles and did not make substantial progress on that game, so I think they took it away from them and basically restarted with the new studio.
Wow.
It's fun. I actually have been playing this with I have one friend playing this who is a Granblue diehard, does the ridiculously you have no social life PvP Guild Wars stuff that happens every few months. That I could never sign on for. When you get to the point where you're setting phone alarms to wake up at certain times so that you can do PvP in a mobile game, I gotta tap out. I can't be doing this. That friend's playing that because big Granblue fan. Then I have another friend who is playing this as a game to play to cope with the fact that Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis kind of sucks and nobody likes it. And they're both having a great time approaching this game for different reasons. I haven't played it just because I'm kind of like I kind of was in the mood for like a Monster Hunter-y style thing, which this gets compared to. It is, I would say, like kind of a halfway point between like a PSO and a hunting game. Like you are going through levels and like beating up minions and stuff, but like then at the end of it you have like a multi-phase like MMO style boss, with like there are like attack indicators lighting up on the floor that you need to get out of the way of and stuff like that.
Don't stand in the lines.
Do not stand in the lines, or if you're playing an aerial character like I am, you may think that you're very high up in the air. It's still going to hit you. Don't be hovering over that line. Yeah, it's really fun because you basically have a bunch of different characters, which are all the pullable characters from the gacha, that you have unique skill trees for. So you kind of get the effect of leveling up like a Monster Hunter weapon, but it's like a wholly unique character. Which is kind of fun, and like you have 4 different skills that you can equip them with that you can choose between, so you have the opportunity to make like a build like, oh, do I want to maximize my character for their more offensive oriented stuff and equip skills that kind of complement that part of them, or you can do what I'm doing and I can make a character that debuffs the enemy a fuck ton, so not only am I like doing more damage, but also like the rest of the party benefits too. Because it should be noted, you can play the single player, but you always have a party of 4, whether that be AI controlled helpers, which you can kind of customize so that they're doing stuff you want them to do, or you are playing online with up to 4 different real people in any one, that any empty slots get filled by the AI. And you have like a super meter that kind of like gacha games of this type, you can do a super and then another party member can link their super into theirs, and if you get like a complete like 4 chain going, you do like a fuck ton of extra damage, so there's a little bit of coordination at play there. And it's really fun. I've been playing Zeta, who is fucking cool. Basically I was taking a look at the characters in the game and I was asking my friends like, hey, I mostly play Insect Glaive and Switch Axe, and they said that everyone kind of has a little bit of Switch Axe stuff going on in terms of like attacking and then kind of getting your gimmick going and then going for like really powerful hits. But Zeta is definitely like 1-to-1 kind of doing Insect Glaive stuff in terms of just being up in the air all the time and like flipping around. So she's been fun. She has a really cool mechanic where you basically launch up into the air and then your main attack becomes like a dive bomb. And when you hit something with the dive bomb attack with her lance, there's a spark that triggers. And if you hit the attack button again and time it perfectly on that spark, she relaunches herself up into the air, and you can loop it up to 3 times. And then after the 3rd time, you can do like your big powerful like finishing attack. So there's like a technical like precision component to it too. You can't just like be up in the air all the time. You have to like earn it in a way that's been really fun to learn.
Yeah.
And it's good. I haven't played around with too much of the other characters, but like they have a lot of different interesting toolkits and stuff going on. There's like, I want to say like a dozen to like 20 or so ish characters. They added some more. There's a recent DLC expansion pack that came out that's kind of this game's equivalent to like like an Iceborne, where they add like a 3rd rank of quests and more story and stuff. Story's pretty fun, honestly. Like if someone's looking for a game right now that is just a pretty optimistic, feel-good, traditional high fantasy RPG, I don't think this is a bad contender. It does take place in the middle of the Granblue fantasy story,
I see.
but they do a pretty good job catching you up to speed, and they have like an in-game glossary where like at any point during a cutscene you can just pull up like, hey, I want to look up right now like what does this term actually mean, and it gives you like and it's not very long, but it gives you like just enough info to be like, oh well, this organization does this and they were founded by this person, blah blah blah, so like you never truly feel lost. Story's pretty fun. You wind up on this a dragon attacks your airship and you crash land onto this happy floating island village, and you meet up with this guy who's been trying to like help people. And Lyria, who is like the blue-haired Granblue fantasy girl you've probably seen. She's like the one that can summon all like the Final Fantasy style summons and like primal beasts or whatever in the world. She gets kidnapped by an evil church and brainwashed into summoning the monsters and, you know, destroying things. And like we got to go rescue her, sort of thing, which like is a fun gimmick. And they introduced like a rival character for the main Granblue like self-insert character that has like a bandaged like Cloud Strife greatsword like he's from fucking Kingdom Hearts.
Hell yeah.
It rules. And like they do such a good job. Like he always shows up and you get like a hopeless boss fight and they're like, we can't do anything, and it's good stuff. And also the I'll drop this in here, but the soundtrack is a lot better than I expected. Like this boss fight started and I just started listening to Mana Garmer, Sequestrian Primal, and I was just like, oh, this goes. So yeah, just a good action RPG. You can kind of play it and get your fill through the main story, but then if you want to treat it more like a Monster Hunter high rank, master rank, and grind up and improve your character and you know, hunt monsters for better and better gear and skill points and all that good stuff too, you can do that as well. And it's just a really fucking good game. I've been having a ton of fun with it. It's been kind of making me want to go back and do something that I've been wanting for a bit now, which is go back to Monster Hunter 3U. So I might do that at some point as well, but we'll see. These games are long. This entire genre of games is long, so I might have my fill after I'm done with this one. But great time, great game.
Nice. Very nice. I should get back to gaming. What should I play?
Yeah. Gaming fun.
I should play Ridge Racer R4.
Yeah, that's a good. Oh, let me tell you, when I got that CRT, I need to see how this looks, and I was not disappointed.
Very nice.
I should note for the audience, I upgraded CRT. I traded my CRT.
You didn't need to tell them. You didn't need to tell them.
I do.
You could have gone through life. They didn't have to know.
I need them to know about your
problem.
My problems.
I remember
my
the first time
delusions.
this happened was way back in the Ultra Q finale, where Brad was like, "I haven't had a marshmallow in forever." That's not true.
I did not remember that.
Also did not remember this.
This is continuing the deep pulls.
And of course, Red was like, "You need to tell them."
I bet I did. I bet that's what I said.
You gotta listen to it. Episode 9 of the podcast.
Fucking hell.
Oh, God.
Do we want to talk about emails? Do we have any?
Let me see.
I mean, we could just talk about the concept of email and how it's changed our modern lives.
Concept of emails.
That's my favorite Jet Set Radio song.
Fuck off.
Understand.
First,
emails are too dangerous.
This first one is from the Acast team.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Regarding notice of change to the Acast terms and conditions for creators standard. Hi, Ultra. Pursuant to your agreement with Acast, we are notifying you of the change to the terms and conditions taking effect on the 5th of August. Key update: HLS distribution of video to Apple Podcasts and future integrated videocast forums. The update also includes subscription plan clarifications, minor housekeeping changes, definitions, and notifications method updates. Full updated terms and condition here. There's a hyperlink. Read more about the new Acast video plan here. But another hyperlink. By continuing to use the service after the effective date, you accept the terms of the updated terms. Thank you, Acast.
Do they have anything to say about Gridman?
No, but thank you for your email.
Thank you for your email.
Fuck you, Acast.
No, they're gonna take us up.
Oh no, we're gonna get deplatformed.
Do we have any other emails?
We have 2 actual emails.
Okay.
First one, Mothra Fanboy. For the penultimate batch. Gridman's still enjoyable. Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't moved into the wrap-up stuff yet. I think we talked
It'll
about...
all be last episode.
Episode 34, this was a decent time. Nowhere near the best episode or anything, but I had a nice idea and a fun guy of the week. Also, McDonald's product placement was so unexpected.
Yes! I was a little surprised when McDonald's just shows up. I'm not gonna lie.
Episode 35, gonna tell my kids this is Tokyo Revengers. I mean, like, it was fine, I guess. Delinquent Yuko was kind of fun. Probably the weakest of this batch, though. Love the kaiju in this one, though. It's a show of mostly unremarkable kaiju. In a show of mostly unremarkable kaiju, episode 35's kaiju Telebos and Shinobu really stand out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This show is definitely, like, kaiju as a means to an end, more than, like, you know, the kaiju is mascots.
I would say the last
the
last, like, 6 or something episodes have all had pretty cool kaiju, but yeah, you know, kaiju have been lower priority.
Yeah, and unlike really, you know, with Ultron, where it's like kaiju part of the merchandising, they're like the mascots.
Yeah.
Anyway, so. Which I guess makes this like Gridman is more like in a Kamen Rider Sentai mold, even in terms of like beyond episode structure. It's just like the monster of the week are not the important thing. Episode 35. Sorry, episode 36, another run episodes, pretty high stakes with the whole going to labor in a broken down elevator thing, and Akihiko's actress portrays it really well. The mall was a nice change of setting, and the gang had some nice chemistry. Question of the email. I'm partially genuinely curious and partially don't know a question asked, so what are all you guys' favorite colors? My favorite color is purple.
Teal.
Mine,
Sorry, it's not red.
Mine historically has been red, but I am quite fond of purple. I think purple pairs well with a lot of other colors to like just make a cool look.
Yeah.
IMO, like black, green, yellow. But I'd say red overall. When I was a kid, I was a big orange fan. But it's mostly
just
been
scarfing
red.
them down.
No, you know what's funny? Never have cared for oranges that much until actually, I'd say the last few years of my life I've started eating them more. But like, it's not my go-to for snacking.
I see.
When I was a kid,
I'm an orange fiend. I'm gonna be honest. What you were saying, Mel?
When I was a kid, my favorite was blue, but I might also be purple as well.
Thank you.
Gridman has gone by.
Oh, never mind.
one more paragraph / sentence. Gridman has gone by so fast. I can't believe there's only 3 episodes left. I'm really hoping that they stick the landing on the ending, and the last batch of the show maintains the quality that the last core had. See you all soon.
Thank you for your email.
Thank you for your email.
What if they're like, oh man, we gotta befriend Takeshi, and then like he's just that doesn't happen because they didn't let the camera roll for 5 more minutes.
Oh yeah. They end the show with them going, one day we'll be friends with Takeshi, and they mean like in the next scene, and then the show ends.
They're outside his front door.
Yeah. Yeah, they should do that. It would be bold and inventive.
I'm curious how that is going to get wrapped now.
We have a second email.
Yeah. This is from Cross Zeta.
Hello.
I think they meant to send. I think they meant to send this for next week, just based on the question.
I see.
I guess it's not like a spoiler, but it's like a one. It was sent an hour ago, and 2, the question is the sentence before the question is "Congrats on making it through Gridman." So you know.
I see.
I'm just gonna say that for next week.
We don't deserve congratulations yet.
No.
We could fail.
Omedetou.
Thank you.
Thank you
for your email next
which we
week.
will answer next week.
Thank you for the future email. We'll summon your email into the present like Benkei.
Like Benkei. Like Benkei, every second I am being summoned from the past into the future.
Guy tried to write a Gurren Lagann ripoff. Fuck. I'm being summoned every next minute?
Yeah.
Is this anything?
That's gonna be it for the podcast this week. If you want to find us online, you can do so at ultra_QUEUE on Twitter. We are also on Blue Sky at ultraQUEUE. No underscores on Blue Sky. My name is Red. I'm also on Blue Sky at Red November. Mal.
Hi, you can send an email to ultrapod@gmail.com, which you should do because next week is the last episode. And also, I will have to make the sorter.
Oh, the sorter. That's right.
So,
Sorter?
Yeah.
I hardly know her.
Hey.
Get the fuck out of here. Just jokes.
We're about to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And beyond that, coffee. Ultra Fund.
Nice. Brad?
I mean, be invoked on Blue Sky. I haven't been posting much lately, I feel. But I'm around.
Alright. Sick. Well, that's going to be it this week. Next week, we'll be finishing Gridman. The week after, we will be watching Jinro. And then the week after that, we will be beginning Ultraman Powered?
Yes.
We're watching Be the Beginning.
Be the Beginning.
Yeah. We got Ultraman Powered, and then I'll probably just do housekeeping in the first Ultraman Powered episode because things are getting a little funky.
Yeah, it makes sense.
We're entering the tiny and short things dimension for a bit, are we not?
Yeah, there's a
The
few
road
tiny...
to Tiga.
The road to Tiga is filled with a few one-offs and two-offs, so...
Bits and bobs. Odds and ends.
Yeah.
Alright. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you next week.
See y'all.
Later.
too tame for him.
What is love? What is free love? What is free boy? What is boy? What is girl? What is free girl? What is love is free. Love is free. Love is free. Love is free. Ready to kick some ass.
Too tame for him. Free love is too tame for him. Free love is too tame for him. Tame for him. Free love is too tame for him. Free love is too tame for him. Free love is too tame for him. Tame for him.
Understand the thing, understand the concept, understand the thing. concept